Awesome. Awesome. Well, welcome everybody. And Floor Coverings International, I just want to say, first of all, we so appreciate the partnership that we have with all of you consultants. We would not be where we are if it wasn't for you. As I always say, nobody's out there Googling, I want to own a flooring company. And it's you consultants that are bringing us all of our fabulous franchisees. And this year we've already got 50 that you have brought to us. So thank you. First of all, and we want to give back, and that's what this is all about, ability to not just talk about how great Floor Coverings International is, but give back to you. And Hannah's been doing some training for some consultants in social media, and it's been a huge success. So we thought, let's give back to everybody that can do that. So Hannah Schlosser is going to take over and then hang around because we love to give away incentives at the end. So I'll come back and give you some incentives, but enjoy this. And I hope you learn a whole lot of things today. Hannah, all yours.
Thanks, Amy. Okay, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we can just hop right in here. Move your faces so I can see everyone. Fabulous. Okay, so just as Amy mentioned, my name's Hannah Schlosser. I'm the Director of Experience and Events here at Floor Coverings International. So I handle all of our social media, all of our public relations efforts, working with all of you. So super excited to meet you if we have not met previously. But really, I'm just super excited to dive into increasing your personal brand in social media. I just want you to walk away today knowing 3 different things. The first is the importance of having a personal brand. The second are those non-negotiables and the basics for a social media presence. And then finally, I'm going to walk you through some proven tools that are easily going to make your life 10 times better when it comes to social media. And then finally, as Amy mentioned, we are going to give you special incentives only for those that join today. So be sure to hang around for that because we love to give stuff away. So we'll go ahead and hop right in. We are going to talk about the importance of having a personal brand. And so with this, we first need to identify what brand is. So what is brand? To me, brand is what you think of when you see a logo or a name. Everything and everyone has a brand. But there is a difference between liking a brand and advocating for a brand. And that's what we call the emotional connection you have to a brand. So for an example, when I think of Starbucks, as I literally have it on my desk today, I instantly think of how happy I am every time I drink it, how consistent their coffee is, how calming the environment is, and that it's super reliable. So this is me having that instant emotional connection, which is going to guarantee that I'm always going to be referring and advocating for them. And if you notice there, I didn't talk about my caramel macchiato that I get every single time. I was talking about the emotions that Starbucks brings me, and that is why I will always refer them. And so you really want to become a brand that people are going to advocate for and speak highly of. And this is how you're going to start to increase your community presence and begin to receive those referrals. So first, you really just need to figure out what your brand is and what you want to be known for. So I have just 2 questions that just kind of get you thinking about what your brand is. The first is, how do people currently describe you? So if you want to just think through some of those adjectives, if you were to ask your friend, a colleague, a neighbor, somebody that you might know from in passing, what some of those adjectives are. And then the second question is, how do you want people to describe you moving forward? They can be the same adjectives, they can be different. How do you want people to describe you? And so looking at those adjectives that you have written down or in your mind, this is the start of identifying your brand. This is who you are. hold on to those adjectives, hold on to who you are, because you'll want to use that in every single thing that you do, especially when it comes to social media. And there's one thing that I want you to remember. It is not about being someone you are not. It's about being more of who you are. So you're not supposed to go out and put a fake self out in social media. People love the real you, so that's what you want to be putting out there. And so now that we've determined what your brand is, we're going to talk through some of those non-negotiables of social media. And we're going to walk through allowing your brand to shine, what the LinkedIn algorithm is, and look through some of types of posts that are really going to help you get reaction, which will increase your referral rate. We're going to spend majority of today talking through LinkedIn. Everybody should have a professional LinkedIn setup, since we're living in a world where the first thing most people are going to do when they enter into a relationship, in this case, a business relationship, they're going to look you up. Having a LinkedIn is a great way to instantly legitimize what you do, and it's going to start to give you credibility. And so we just spoke all about brand and the importance of it. And so everything you do from here on out needs to be done with your brand in mind. And so again, you want to let your brand shine through. So I'm going to show you the best areas where your brand can quickly be seen on your profile. And so I've gone ahead and I've just pulled 2 random LinkedIn profiles that I have found for us to chat through together. The first is Ray Glover, who is a FranServe consultant, and the other is Jed Whipley, who I just found him on the internet. And so just want to dive through a couple of the key points that I think both of them did a fantastic job at doing. First is the cover photo. This is the photo that everyone's going to see instantly when they go to your profile. It can be a generic business one, or you can have some more fun and get creative with it. Same with your profile picture. This is the photo that everybody is going to use to identify you. Feel free to use a professional business one, or you can have some fun with it just as Jed did in the bottom there. Next is the headline. This is the section that I recommend everybody updating so that you're able to stand out. Instead of just putting your job title, put kind of what you do or why you do it or what your passion is. Ray did a fantastic job of doing this by saying, providing the help you need to find the right franchise business. Most people don't know what a franchise consultant does or what you do. And so by just having that as your headline, people aren't necessarily understanding why they would need to contact you or go to you. And so by putting this sentence as Ray did, people are instantly able to connect what you're doing, why you're doing it, and what your passion is. The next one is the About and Services section. This is where you can just go a little bit deeper into identifying your brand. And so share what you do here, but more importantly, share why you do what you do. So people are going to connect with you more. And then finally, the activity section. This section is where everything will be shown. All of your posts, your community engagement, comments, videos, anything that you have in LinkedIn world will be shown on your activities page. And so LinkedIn, as we know, is all about networking, and they do a really, really good job at helping you reach the right people that are outside of your circle. And so I call this the LinkedIn algorithm. Please don't Google it because I don't even know if it exists, but this is what I call it today. Because every single time that someone likes, comments, or reposts your post, it will automatically show on their followers' feed, whether you're connected with them or not. And same goes for you. If you were to like, comment, and repost someone or mention them, all of your followers are going to start to see that. And so an example of this and the amount of exposure that each of your posts are going to be receiving, it's called impressions, which is basically telling you how many people your post has been able to reach. So looking at this example, this is a LinkedIn post on our Floor Coverings International page. At the top, it says that our page only had 583 followers at the time that I pulled this snip, but the impressions was 932. This means I was able to reach about 400 more people that probably have never heard of Floor Coverings International, didn't know I existed, and now I'm able to instantly broaden my network. And so this is why engaging with your network and the community is so important on LinkedIn. So we just talked through why receiving reactions really helps to broaden your network. So we're going to quickly discuss the different types of posts that will help you receive engagement from your network and community. So first, photos. Obvious reasons, photos are a great way to really catch your audience and pull them in. By posting a photo or a graphic, people are more likely to stop and look at your post. Nobody wants to read a very long paragraph of words, but everybody will stop and look at a photo. Same things for videos. This is a great way that you can pull your audience in a more engaging way. You can easily link a URL to, if you have a YouTube page, to a website, or you can post directly through LinkedIn. Success stories are probably my absolute favorite type of posts to put out there, as well as I feel get a lot of interaction. Success stories are truly going to allow you to identify who your target market is without specifically saying it. You are ultimately giving the audience something to relate to or imagine their possibilities. So for an example of really how this is put into action, if you look at this middle post I have up here, the first line says, meet Jeffrey Bell, whose journey from horse trainer to becoming FCI's top franchisee in Cherry Hill, New Jersey is truly remarkable. If I was reading this post and I see Jeffrey Bell, he used to be a horse trainer, and now he's in floors as the top franchisee, instantly those two career paths, they don't line up. But it allows me as the audience and the reader to say, oh, I'm a teacher. Why can't I do it? I'm an accountant. Why can't I do it? So it's really going to allow them to put themselves in the shoes of that franchisee so they can see really what are their possibilities. Helpful insights is also a really great way to legitimize yourself. We live in a world where most of the time people engage in something if they're going to receive value from it. And so by giving a quick helpful tip or insight into something can be a great way to keep your audience engaged and also start making you an expert in the field to them. This increases your credibility and it'll increase your referrals. A great example I love to give of this is if you're posting all of these insights and you are popping up all over on LinkedIn and somebody random in your community follows you, they see your post, they run into their friend at the grocery store, and their friend tells them, I just lost my job. I'm looking for the next thing. I want to get out of corporate America. Do you have any advice? Well, because you have already placed yourself in their mind as an expert in franchising, they're going to be referring that person over to you to help them get to that next stage of their career. And then finally, awards and recognition. Anytime that you receive a reward, an award, a recognition, post about it. People love celebrating others, and this is actually probably one of the easiest types of posts to really increase your impressions and get outside of your network. It's super easy for people on LinkedIn, especially now they have just buttons where all you have to click one button and it'll say congrats or thank you, awesome job. It tells you what to post. And as soon as somebody clicks that and posts, or they even like your post, again, with that LinkedIn algorithm, it's automatically pushing it over into all of their followers' feeds. So you're able to instantly broaden your network. We are not going to dive into all of the different social media platforms because I would need probably 6 hours of your time in order to do that. But everything that I have shared with you so far can easily be applied to all of the different platforms, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, you name it, everything here applies. I want you all to though utilize what you're comfortable with. I live by the rule of thumb, quality over quantity. So don't give 20% of your energy and efforts to 5 different platforms when you can give 100% to the platform that works best for you and your business. You do not by any means have to be an expert in social media management to appear as if you are one. I have actually found 2 super easy tools and services that are truly going to make your life easier and give you a bunch of time back in your day. So we're going to kind of talk through those both. So the first one is Hootsuite. Not sure if anybody has heard of Hootsuite, but it is an automatic posting service for social media. It does cost a little bit of money, but you will get your return for investment quickly as your schedule is going to start to open up. And here's how. Hootsuite allows you to stay consistent with your audience. You are able to go into their system and schedule posts out for months and months in advance if you'd like. You're also able to post to multiple different sources at one time. And it gives you a great shot of exactly where you are with your social media presence. And so looking at the screen, here's just a quick little screenshot of my Hootsuite account where you can see all of the different posts that have been published, that I have scheduled posts. I've posted to numerous different accounts, numerous different social media sites, all of those things. And so it really, really gives you that great snapshot. And my best advice is, let's say the first of the month, take 1 hour to sit down, think about what your LinkedIn post can be or your Facebook post, Instagram post. Go ahead and craft them. And then you can walk away for the rest of the month and not have to worry or ever have to think about a LinkedIn post or a Facebook post. But then when something happens that is current, that you need it to go out right then and there, absolutely go on there and post as an extra post. So then you really don't have to worry about not showing up for your network. And so we just talked about Hootsuite and why it's great to utilize, but a lot of people have difficulty creating the post. What do I write? How do I sit down for an hour and think of 10 posts that I'm going to post for the next month? Well, AI is currently taking the world by storm. My biggest advice is to join in and make yourself more efficient. If you haven't heard of ChatGPT, I might be concerned you're living under a rock, but it's basically your personal assistant for literally anything that you could need help with. And so for the purpose of today's conversation, I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT to create social media posts for you in literally 30 seconds. So I recommend starting out with a prompt like this. I need you to be my social media director and help me create some posts for LinkedIn and Facebook. A little bit about me. I'm a franchise consultant for FranServe. My purpose is to connect individuals with the right franchise for them. My writing style is friendly, exciting, and informative. As soon as I put this into ChatGPT, it instantly populated multiple different posts that I could use. And if you didn't like those posts or you want it to get a little bit more specific, all you have to do is tell ChatGPT exactly what you want it to say. And so another example of how easy this is to use, I asked ChatGPT to create me 2 social media posts that were around the topics. 80% of my candidates buy into a franchise system in 60 days, and placement spotlight. Hannah Sausher found her home at Floor Coverings International. This is all the information I told ChatGPT. And it was able to produce and give me these 2 social media posts that had more information. They included hashtags, and it even had a call to action, because you always want to ask for the sale. So have a call of action in there so people will be reaching out to you. It's a great way. And if you don't like the post for any reason, you can easily just tell ChatGPT, hey, I didn't like the word when you used passionate. I want you to use a different word. Instantly, it'll give you a new word, a new post, whatever you need. ChatGPT is there for you. Any questions on how to utilize ChatGPT or Hootsuite just before we keep going? Sometimes a little more confusing.
That's really helpful stuff. Really great. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, Rob.
And it's Andrea. It's not really confusing, but what I find is like on LinkedIn, I get like 20 billion messages a day, and I could tell it was written by AI because I'm so impressed with your background at Zeiss franchise. No bullshit, they're not, because they don't know who I am. Or they pick up that I say matchmaker in my profile and they start talking about matchmaking, So how do you get it to have your tone versus be so boilerplate?
Yeah, so that's actually a really cool thing that you're able to do with ChatGPT. So once you go on there, the free or the paid version, both of them have this ability, but you train ChatGPT how you talk, what like your tone of voice, the way you say certain things. And so my best recommendation for that is when you start off, tell ChatGPT exactly what you're wanting, exactly how you're talking. You can take, if you were to write a bunch of random emails, put the emails in there and say, these are emails. This is how I talk. Follow my style. Take your old LinkedIn posts, put them in there. This is how I talk. This is my style. And then it's going to match you instead of seeming like it's a robot AI out there. That makes
You
sense.
have to do that. Do you have to do that every time, or am I logged in that it knows who I am?
Yeah, once you're logged in, and if you're using the same chat feed with it, it remembers everything you previously had told it, and it'll continue to work. So like I have the same ChatGPT chat thread that I use every single time if I need to do something social media, or I always go to a different one if I need Excel help. I even have one that's helping me currently plan my honeymoon. So literally anything you need, it will start to learn you, learn your voice, and quite frankly, become you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Three people, thank you.
of course. And I will say, you will, for the first couple times you're doing this, you're gonna have to constantly tweak it. Please don't just take whatever ChatGPT says and you put it right out onto the internet. Always read it, change it, update it so that it sounds like you, and then send it back to ChatGPT and say, I used this because it sounds more like me. Match it next time, and it will. Pretend you're talking to a human. It sounds weird, but I promise it works. And it will start to learn who you are, and nobody will know that you use ChatGPT. Any other questions before I keep on going? Great one so far. Okay. And so the reason why I'm standing here today talking to you about social media is because Floor Coverings International has done everything that I have shared with you so far. Once we made the transition where we wanted to start to focus more on our brand awareness and increase our focus into social media presence, we have been able to increase our lead count by 90% in a year. We have also increased our following on LinkedIn by 68%. And a secret for all of you here today, I hate social media. I wish it didn't exist. I hate having to create the posts. I hate having to always log in and try to be consistent. But I bet none of you would have known that if I didn't tell you I did not like social media. because I've utilized Hootsuite, I utilize ChatGPT, I do everything that I've shared with you today. And again, I come off as a social media loving expert, when really, I'm not. So use it to your advantage. And then finally, honestly, I would not be doing my job here today if I didn't tell you all a little bit about the best brand in franchising, whether you know us or this is the first time you've heard about us. Yes, I'm extremely biased in saying we're the best, but I will prove to you that it is accurate.
Okay.
So if you have not, oh, Jerry, did you have a question?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, no worries at all. So Floor Coverings International, as you all know, we are a mobile flooring franchise, and we are the #1 rated flooring company in North America. We have 260 active franchisees with still 800 open territories. Last year, with all of your help, we were able to bring in 93 new franchisees. And this year, we want to do even more. So we're looking for those operators who want to build large businesses with very few employees. Our best franchisees are doing around $2 million a year with only 4 employees. And the more employees you add, that number just keeps going up. And so if you ever want to know more or you need anything, you all know Amy. She is dedicated her whole role to helping you. If you ever need to know how to better pitch FCI, or if you need just some extra little nuggets and how to make flooring seem sexy again, please reach out to Amy. She is your go-to girl for absolutely anything that you can need. The QR code that is on your screen today will take you to 15 minutes to book with her. So you can learn a little bit more, or even better, just trust me when I say that we're the right franchise. Send Amy a territory check, send her a referral, and we'll do some deals together this year. So with that, I am going to turn it over to Amy, and she is going to talk through some of the really cool promotions and incentives we have going on right now.
Awesome. Thanks, Hannah. That was really good. And I can absolutely tell you, I was against the whole Chat GPT, and that it's not going to be like me. I use it all the time. It is amazing. And Andrea, as you're asking, it really does become you. What you're seeing all the time is somebody that's putting into LinkedIn and saying, find all these people that follow this and tell them and send them a canned email. That's different than you doing your brand. So I absolutely highly recommend you go ahead and do that. So to get you guys out of here, just a reminder, we love to give away prizes. I hope you know about our contest that we've got going on right now through the end of the month. Win football tickets to any regular or a regular season game for college or NFL. No rules on these. I had somebody last year that went to the Ohio State Michigan game, and if you remember, it was Thanksgiving, huge game. He took his dad, gives me goosebumps. It makes me so excited that we were able to do that. So send us those referrals. Each time you get an additional entry, and we'll be drawing that on October 1st, and we'll get you to a good football game. Incentive for all of you that were on the call today, I'm running a special, because here's something very important for you to know. If you send us a referral in September, we know this is a big month. We can have them signed by October. They will be opening their business in January. That's how quickly we can get them through the process. And there's nothing better than being a franchisee in January. You're starting with their annual convention, and you're hitting the big season where everybody's coming into the spring season and going to home shows and redoing their floors and getting excited about things. So an incredible time for your candidates to come in and be up and running and having the full year next year. So an incentive for everybody that is here today. I will send you an Amazon gift card for every referral that you send by the end of the month. So just for fun, we like to give things away. And as I said at the beginning, we so appreciate you and know that we wouldn't be closing and having these new 90 franchisees last year and more this year if it wasn't for you. So ending it up, Hannah, you got that last screen for us?
I do indeed.
Thank you. So there's Hannah. Make sure you connect with her on LinkedIn because she wants to be able to share what she's doing with your liking your things and for you to grow your network. Join our Franchise Opportunity LinkedIn and our Franchise Opportunity website as well. Again, we appreciate you. Thank you for spending some time. I hope that this was helpful for you. That's our goal with these. We want to give back to you because we certainly appreciate everything y'all did. Anybody has any questions, stay on. I'm happy to stay here for a few minutes. Other than that, y'all have a great day and thanks for being on the call with us.
Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you.
Karen. Just a are you gonna send this deck out?